It's Week 8 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. The action is only moments away. Next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, I'm looking around and hearing this crowd. They're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them out of it. Get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it. They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw yet again. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be taken down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. Back to the air one more time. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hands. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Everybody on that sideline, when you find yourself in a goal-to-go situation, you're all thinking the same thing. You're getting 6. Well, next thing you know, you've given up 2 sacks on the previous 3 plays, and I think here on 4th down, I've lost all confidence in my protection, and I think you got to settle for the 3. A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
You know, what's funny about the NFL, Mike, is you expect to come out and have your A game each and every week. And certainly that's ideal, but can you win when you don't have your best stuff? And I think that's what we saw from this quarterback last week. The best thing he did was just continue to battle, continue to make just enough plays, even though he had some struggles. The biggest thing is, while he continues to improve, what a confidence boost for this entire team, knowing that even if their quarterback doesn't have his best stuff, they can still play winning football.
Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he'll get about 3 yards of that back, setting up 2nd and long.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12.
Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw, and that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The visitors' offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get this out to the left flat, and they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Now, faking the give. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Touchdown. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
The extra point, up and good. And the visitors are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's trying to power forward, but no dice. They're going to stop him behind the line.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, here's the rookie from Southern Cal. And he'll get this very close to a first down. A nice run there. It'll just end up a little bit short. Now a 3rd and 2. Complete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Get started with 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Brought down at the 31. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's the punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. Here's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. 10-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Canton first down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Feels like they needed that sack. This entire drive, it feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down.
False start. Offense.
They bring the tight end in motion. Throwing now from the gun, and that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This is caught down that right sideline. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
He's going to tuck it and go. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play.
Holding.
Early indications of a hold. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That is intercepted. And the visitors are going to take over here up near the 40.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Now he'll run. That pickup good for 29 yards.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
He's got it at the 7, and he's going to be taken down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense...
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Has a touchdown. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
The PAT, up and good. And the visitors add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So now this team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. This one complete right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's been a rough 1st half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Back to the air one more time. And he'll take it on in for the score. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Visitors 20, our home team 7.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This taken around the 11. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. So we have reached the intermission in what is right now a 13-point game. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's a return now from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. As he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. This team's offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
A gain of 12. And the Canton 1st down.
Now, faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got it at the 3.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
The ball inches from the goal line. 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I think their sideline celebrated just a little prematurely, because if you look closer, Mike, it's pretty clear. The receiver did not possess the ball while having both feet inbounds. Missed opportunity there, incomplete.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the visitors will extend their 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with a sack.
On 4th down, out comes the punter, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now a run on 1st down. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. There's that man again, another catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A gain of 11 on that one, and that will be a first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down, and Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Not much there, maybe a yard. They'll stick with him again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. They bring their tight end right. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense, over 300 yards passing in the game, and has been sharp right from the start. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
A gain of 5. And the Canton 1st down.
Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. He's beyond midfield to the 45. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
1st and 10. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the visitors add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw taken in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. 2nd and a yard. He'll try the right side this time.
Holding offense.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
They'll try and run for it.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but
Holding
let's check the call.
offense.
Back to throw. His throw left side is complete.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. Handoff here, up the middle, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The extra point is up and through. And his guys are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Patterson now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Give on the ground, and he'll get about 5. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned. And sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college. And I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
It came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Drive will start on the ground, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken.
Take over. 1st down and 10. At their own 49-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 39.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he will go all the way. Has a touchdown. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Next to score, Visitors 33. Our home team 21.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. Inside the 40.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Slot man in motion left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30. They'll send the tight end in motion right. They'll stay on the ground. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll turn and hand this one off. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
A gain of 1 yard. And the Canton first down.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, it's a win for our visitors. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.